In this video, I want to show you a new tool that I built that lets you add a cool shiny animation to any graphic right from the edit page in DaVinci Resolve. It's a part of my editor collection pack, which is an amazing toolkit of a bunch of edit page tools just like this, but I'll talk more about that at the end of the video. For now, let's take a look at Whip Shine. This tool is going to work best on some text or something that doesn't take up the full screen, so something like this image is perfect. And you can find it under the Effects tab, under Effects, and then we want to grab Whip Shine. We can just drag this down and place it right on our clip. When I press play, it's going to have an animation right at the beginning where the shine bar just goes over the pack. Now, you can have it animate out as well, but that's turned off by default because most of the time you just want it to have one pass across the screen. If you do have it animate out, what it's going to do is just reverse the animation and go backwards. But anyways, this tool is just built for speed and it's meant to make it really quick to add in these effects. The first thing we want to do is take the sweep center and make sure that this is in the center of the image. In this case, the editor collection pack is centered, but if this was off on the left, we'd want to move this point so it's as close to the center as we can get it. Then we can customize the sweep start, which is going to choose where the shine starts from, and then it's going to set the direction that it goes. So it's going to go all the way to the center point, and then it's going to go beyond that, the same distance that this point is from the center point. So basically, if it's up here in the top left, it's going to animate from the top left to the bottom right. If we put this in the top right, it's going to animate from the top right and go down to the bottom left. Now, you want to make sure that this point is outside of your image. If I put this here right in the middle, you can see it's going to start with the shine effect on the box. So we want to make sure that this point is right beyond the edge, and then you can also go to the end of the clip, and when you move this in, if it's too close, it'll also end on the box. So just make sure that this point is beyond the box itself, or whatever image you're using. Now, if I move my playhead to the middle, what we can do is change stuff like the width of the sweep. We can change how soft it is, like what the fall off looks like. We can also change the brightness, and then we also have some edge controls. So if I bring up the edge brightness, what you can see is it's going to brighten up the edge where the shine is actually taking place, and sort of like a light wrap effect. And we can change what the fall off is, if that's a small effect, if it bleeds in quite a bit. Or you can just bring the edge brightness all the way down to 0 to totally remove it. Now, I just like having these somewhere in the middle, and I just think it adds a lot to the shine animation. So the really cool part about having the animation for this tool is it makes it really easy to choose when the shine actually starts. So let's say I want this to pop up, but I don't want the shine to start until right here. Instead of fiddling with these controls, all I have to do is press the start here button, and then when I press play, it's going to start the animation right there. I could also say end here, and it's going to update the length, so that way it's a lot slower of an animation and takes place over a longer period of time. And you can always come in here and just manually move these to fine tune the amounts to get the speed and the timing exactly right. And that's the Whip Shine tool. Super simple, and it's going to save you a lot of time if you like doing these shine animations. And like I said, this is part of my editor collection pack, which has more than 20 tools just like this with a lot of customization. They all have the anim engine, so you don't have to deal with keyframes, and they just work really well right on the edit page. I use them to edit all these videos, putting my camera down at the corner, the zoom effects, if I want to magnify something, whatever it might be, and it saves me hours on each project, and I think it can save you a lot of time as well. Leave a comment with your thoughts on the tool, and let me know if you have any questions. I'll see you in the next one.